Demon Slayer Season 1 Recap.
You got spunk, I like that!
Give it everything you've got! You can do it!
Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, is a Japanese anime television series based on the manga series of the same title, written and illustrated by Koyaharu Gotouge. The anime television series adaptation by Studio Ufotable was announced in Wiki Shonen Jump on the 4th of June 2018. The first season adapts the first 7 volumes, chapters 1 to 54, of the manga series, and it aired from the 6th of April to the 28th of September 2019. Season 1 Episode 1 Cruelty. Tanjiro Kamado lives with his family a happy and peaceful life in the snowy mountains, providing for them by selling charcoal at the nearby town. One day, he returns home only to find his entire family slaughtered in a demon attack, with the exception of his younger sister, Nezuko Kamado, who has begun to transform into a demon herself. A demon slayer, Giyu Tomioka, appears to kill Nezuko, but Tanjiro does his best to try and defend her. Surprised to see Nezuko resist her demonic urges and protect her brother, and impressed by Tanjiro's potential, he decides to spare her life, telling him to go find Sakonji Urikotaki on Isajiri. Tanjiro and Nezuko bury their family before departing. Episode 2 Trainer Sakonji Urikotaki. Tanjiro and Nezuko make their way toward Isajiri when they encounter a demon residing in a nearby temple. They manage to successfully restrain it, but he finds himself hesitant to kill it, leaving it to burn in the sunlight. At this time, he meets Sakonji Urikotaki, who chastises him for his poor resolve and warns him about what will happen if Nezuko decides to kill a human. After letting Nezuko rest, Urikotaki puts Tanjiro through a test to prove his worthiness by climbing up and descending the hazardous and trap-infested Isajiri. Tanjiro succeeds in the task, and, after recalling the letter from Giyu requesting him to train Tanjiro to become a demon slayer, Urikotaki accepts him as his student. Episode 3 Sabito and Makamo. Tanjiro trains to become a member of the Demon Slayer Corps, being told that he must pass final selection to be recognized as one. He undergoes 1 to 1.5 years of harsh and strict training on the mountain, including learning about the total concentration and water-breathing techniques. With everything to know laid out, Urikotaki gives Tanjiro one final task to allow him to partake in final selection, to slice an immense boulder. After another 6 months of failing to make a dent, he starts to lose hope when he is suddenly attacked by a fellow swordsman, Sabito, who criticizes him for his weaknesses. Another swordsman, Makamo, helps to train Tanjiro more, revealing that they both are former students of Urikotaki. 6 more months of training conclude with a final spar, where Tanjiro successfully strikes Sabito. As the two commend him for his success and vanish in a haze, it is revealed his slash had actually sliced the boulder in half. Episode 4 Final Selection. Urikotaki is shocked by Tanjiro's achievement of slicing the boulder, congratulating him for completing what he learned during this 2 to 2.5 years, and telling him to come back alive from final selection. He arrives alongside a group of others like him who aspire to be demon slayers, and they learn they must survive for 7 days amongst demons trapped in the mountains. During his battles he encounters the Hand Demon, a giant grotesque demon who he learns specifically targets the children of Urikotaki, having killed all of them, including Sabito and Makamo. Despite the demon nearly overwhelming Tanjiro, while keeping its neck protected, he manages to overcome his defenses and successfully slices its neck with his water-breathing. Episode 5 My Own Steel. The Hand Demon starts to fade away after being beheaded, and sensing a scent of sadness coming from the demon, Tanjiro prays for it to be reborn in a better life, also allowing the souls of Urikotaki's past students to be put to rest. Tanjiro survives the 7 days of final selection and finds only 3 others have made it as well. One wrathful swordsman grabbed the girl's hair and was scolded by Tanjiro after all. After receiving the ores needed to make their swords, Tanjiro returns to Isajiri, where he reunites with Urikotaki and a reawakened Nezuko. A swordsmith named Haganazuka arrives shortly afterward to hand Tanjiro his sword, surprising everyone that it turns black. His Kasugai Crow soon appears to provide him with the details for his first mission, to investigate a town where young girls are being taken. Episode 6 Swordsman accompanying a demon. Tanjiro travels to the northwest village to investigate the case of the young girls who have been disappearing. There he meets Kazumi, whose fiancé is the latest victim, throwing him into despair. Tanjiro waits till night, when the demon makes its move against its next victim until he intervenes to rescue her. He discovers that the swamp demon not only possesses 2 other clones of himself but also can create puddles allowing them to appear from anywhere. Tanjiro struggles to protect Kazumi and the girl while also trying to throw killing blows at the demons, being overwhelmed until Nezuko intervenes, shocking the swamp demon that a demon is accompanying him. In Episode 7 Muskatsuji. While Nezuko protects Kazumi and the girl, Tanjiro faces off against the swamp demon and his clones. Tanjiro jumps into the swamp where 2 of the clones hide and manages to defeat them with his whirlpool form. Nezuko faces off against the final clone until Tanjiro arrives and corners it. He asks the demon about Muskatsuji, the original demon and the one capable of turning people into demons, but he refuses to tell him anything, terrified by Musen's previous threats. After killing the demon, Tanjiro consoles Kazumi over his lost fiancé before making his way to his next mission in Tokyo's Asakusa. Soon after arriving, Tanjiro detects a scent that was present in his house the day his family was killed. He follows it to a man with his wife and daughter, who turns out to be Musen himself in disguise. While being confronted, Musen turns a passerby into a demon in the crowd to make his escape. Episode 8 The Smell of Enchanting Blood. Musen escapes as Tanjiro struggles with the demon, but not before hearing his vow to find him again. Musen remembers a feared enemy from his past that had worn the same Hanafuda earrings he saw on Tanjiro, and tasks 2 demons, Sasamaru and Yahaba, to track down and kill him. Meanwhile, Tanjiro is rescued by a demon named Tamayo, and a boy, Yoshiro, revealing that she is a doctor with intentions of wanting to take down Musen as well. Tanjiro and Nezuko are brought to Tamayo's place by the eccentric Yoshiro, where through their discussion she reveals it could be possible to create a cure for becoming a demon, but she will need blood samples from demons Musen has been in direct contact with to create it. Tanjiro resolves to accept this task when the 4 are suddenly attacked by a horde of Temerus, controlled by Sasamaru and Yahabi. Episode 9 Temeri Demon and Arod Demon. Sasamaru uses her powerful Temeri to pummel the hidden house, revealing that she and Yahaba are members of the 12 Kazuki, powerful demons that serve directly under Musen. She decapitates Yoshiro with one of her Temeri, and while he regenerates, Tanjiro struggles to dodge them, as they swerve in physically impossible directions and are difficult to slash. Yoshiro helps him see the arrows that Yahaba is using to telekinetically control Sasamaru's Temeri. Although Nezuko attacks Yahaba, the siblings are forced to change opponents, with Yoshiro joining in to fight Sasamaru using his blood demon art to battle Sasamaru. At first, Yahabi overpowers Tanjiro by altering his trajectory as he tries to get close, and Nezuko's leg is blown off by a Temeri. However, Tanjiro recalls his training and, despite his fatigue, unleashes a combination of forms to use the direction of Yahaba's arrows in his favor, closing the distance between him and beheading the demon. In Episode 10 Together Forever, the dying Yahabe attacks Tanjiro once more, using his arrows to throw his body around to kill him. Tanjiro uses consecutive water-breathing forms to dissipate his momentum and survives. After being healed by Tamayo, Nezuko rapidly increases in strength, now able to match Sasamaru's power. Tamayo uses her blood demon art to lower Sasamaru's alertness, causing her to accidentally say Musen's name and triggering a curse that kills her. She realizes both demons are not of the 12 Kazuki after examining Sasamaru's eyeball, as they do not have a number on their eyes. Tanjiro laments over Musen's cruelty, lying to demons, and using their desperation in his favor. Although Yurikadaki had hypnotized her into thinking humans are to be protected, Nezuko's recognition of Tamayo and Yoshiro as humans causes her to cry out of thankfulness. The siblings depart for their next mission. Along the way, Tanjiro encounters a demon slayer harassing a woman into marrying him. In Episode 11 Suzumi Mansion, Tanjiro stops the demon slayer, Zenitsu Agatsuma, from disturbing the woman. He reveals he had hoped to die during final selection due to his weakness and low resolve. The 2 are directed by Tanjiro's Kasugai Crow to their next location, a large woodland mansion. They find 2 children, Shoichi and Teruko, who tell him a demon inside has taken their brother. He and a reluctant Zenitsu enter, leaving Nezuko's box outside when the children unexpectedly enter too. They are then separated by the supernatural rooms, moving to the beat of a drum. Tanjiro, with Teruko, encounters a large demon, the strongest one in the house. While looking for an exit, Zenitsu and Shoichi encounter another demon slayer, wearing a boar mask. Tanjiro witnesses the demon's blood demon art, moving the room with the drums in his body, when the boar-headed demon slayer suddenly enters the room. Episode 12 The boar bears its fangs, Zenitsu sleeps. The rogue slayer argues with Tanjiro over who gets to kill the demon, nearly attacking him when they are assaulted by powerful invisible slashes from the demon's drumming. Separated into different rooms, Tanjiro finds Teruko's missing brother, Kiyoshi. Zenitsu and Shoichi are cornered by a demon, causing him to lose his consciousness out of fear. While asleep, he uses his thunder breathing to kill the demon. He wakes up believing that Shoichi had killed the demon. The rogue demon slayer also encounters a demon but kills it with ease. The drum demon, Kyoge, reveals his intentions to kill Kiyoshi for his blood and reclaim his place amongst the 12 Kizuki, previously stripped of his rank by Muzan. After directing the siblings to safety, Tanjiro battles Kyoge and begins to adapt to his drum's particular movements. Despite his injuries, he recalls Urikodaki's lessons about water breathing's adaptability. The episode 13 Something More Important Than Life. Angered by Tanjiro's refusal to surrender, Kyoge attacks him erratically. He remembers his life as a drum player and composer, but his hobby was rebuked and mocked. Despite his injuries, Tanjiro maintains his water breathing and successfully reaches Kyoge, decapitating him. As he dies, he hears Tanjiro acknowledge his blood demon art as incredible and cries as he fades to ash. His drum playing finally recognized. Tanjiro takes Kyoge's blood with a vial and gives the sample to Tamayo's cat. Taking the siblings outside, he discovers Zenitsu, who had been thrown out of the mansion earlier, being kicked by the rogue demon slayer for protecting Nezuko's box. He reveals he had known all along Tanjiro had been carrying a demon in the box but chose to believe he had a good reason. Tanjiro defends him and attacks the rogue slayer. And that is it guys, this is the video Demon Slayer Season 1 recap. Hope you all like this video. This is why the fact not see you all on my next video. Thank you for watching.